if it resonates with you, you know, claim it. And if the cards don't resonate with you, then toss it out or switch off. This is a twin flame reading for the collective. It's a general reading. And it could be that there are some aspects in it that you recognize. That you recognize for yourself or for your divine masculine. It's not gender related. So if your energies are vice versa, just switch it. Because then you recognize maybe one time you're more in your masculine energy and the other time you're more in your feminine energy. So make and see for yourself how it resonates best with you. I'm working with the Lemurian Star Child Oracle deck. This is the new deck. This is the small deck. It's a deck with 88 cards. And it has an incredible feature at the moment. It has a QR code. So as soon as you scan the QR code with your phone, you get the whole subscription, meditations, affirmations, and the meaning of the card. So it's really amazing. So you don't have to take the book with you, because the book has 388 pages. So yeah. I'm really fond of it because it shuffles really nicely, because they're small and very suitable for my hands. I started to work 4 years ago with these cards, first with the prototype, and then a year later the Oracle deck came out and I started to work with that. And up till now, it's still my favorite. Still my favorite deck. Because it brings you to a higher vibration. It brings you and connects you with star beings, connects you with Lemurian and Atlantic time. So, that about the cards with a beautiful golden lining. It's really, really amazing. So, yeah, let's see what's going on in the divine masculine's mind space. And what's going on at the moment, you know, we're closing off an 18-year-old cycle. Venus is going retrograde. We're heading towards the Lion Gate. So we already feel that energy. So make sure that you clear your karma before the Lion Gate. After the Lion's Gate, there's a new transitioning, there's new energy coming in, and yeah, you will probably feel that. Because after that, everything shifts and changes again. Okay? Let's see what's going on for the divine masculine in his mind space. Lemurian egg. The Lemurian egg in his mind space. So he needs to retreat, move back in his own bubble, have some time and space for himself, to create, to activate, to upload the energies that he lost. Because it could be that he did a lot of work, that he did a lot of things, and he has almost no time for himself to fill up his cup. And now it's time, and now the time says, you know, it's time to fill up your cup. Take a time out, take rest, you know, and protect yourself. From the outer world. Just make yourself, give a beautiful shield around yourself, stay in that bubble, draw in the light, and you will be okay. So it's almost like staying in that egg till there is the need for the next phase to come out, you know, and that is breaking the egg and crawling out of the egg for starting in the beginning. So that's really, and I hear let go of the burden. So if you let go of work, let go of, maybe you have a deadline or something needs to be finished, you know, let it go, drop it, and drop the burden, because the bow cannot always be tense, you know, it needs to be flexible. And if it's because I feel also from the Divine Masculine, his upper shoulders, you know, it could be that there's a lot of judgment, that he is not in a good space at the moment, that he judges a lot about what's happening in the world, what's happening with other people, and is on edge. And I have a feeling that he is not, he is playing out of character, I hear. So he needs time to retreat for himself and upload himself, okay? So what is in his heart space? In his heart space, the stepping stones. You know, step by step, crossing the ocean, you know, and the dragon is waiting here on the side. The dragon is waiting on the side for him, you know. And if you don't, if there's a kind of fear within your life, oh, the dragon is on this side, by the way. If you have a kind of fear of crossing the ocean or crossing to a next level, you know, because that's what fear does. Fear is holding you back. Always, you know, try to challenge you. Can you make the step, go you through? Can you persevere? Are you moving through your fear? And are you up for giving yourself a challenge? A challenge what's really needed in your life to make a change. And he sees the sun on the horizon, you know. So the sun on the horizon gives him hope. And he says, okay, I need to go to the, sorry, I need to go to the other side. And I can make a big jump, but I can also take little steps that will also take me to the other side. So you can take a leap of faith, or you can say, I take the small steps. And every step is one step of change. So if you want to change, you know, it's up to you. How do you want to do it? Maybe if there's still fear involved, or you're not sure about if you want to do it, take it easy and take a smaller step, okay? I also hear, with every step you take, the lotus will open and will blossom. You know, there's still lotus in that are closed. But every step you take, you're opening yourself up, and the less fear there will be. You know, because when you finally take that one step, you know, and you see that things will blossom for you and things will open up for you, you know, why would you go back? Go forward, take the next step, and then you see, oh, another surprise, another step ahead, and then slowly you get the confidence to move through. But it is, you have to let go of the burdens, let go of if it's with your twin flame, for instance, and it's not working out the way it should be, you know, let it go. You know, there's always separation, there's always coming together, there's always separation, always coming. That's the twin flame journey, because you don't grow at the same time. You know, you need to detach. Sometimes a lot of people that just stepped out of the matrix are still in that attached mode. You know, it isn't being attached to someone isn't a wrong thing. You know, if you're 80% attached, perfect. 20% attached, perfect. You know, but don't attach for the 100%, because then when you're so attached to someone, it will be very hard to let go. So, and I think that when you meeting your twin flame in a later stadium of your life, it isn't an easy journey. I can tell you that it isn't an easy journey. And most of the time, when you bring back your divine masculine within yourself and your divine feminine within yourself, it is much easier, because then you know exactly what's going on in the masculine's energy and in the feminine's energy, because the feminine will always smooth things out for the divine masculine, and to let him feel safe and get a safe bedding. And that is the same for the divine masculine. The masculine wants to give that safe environment towards the divine feminine. You know, he knows if she's not feeling safe, she will leave. She's done. She will take the exit door, you know, and it's not just an ex, then it's just another experience, you know, where you're not going back to. And that's the beauty of it. If you don't have access but just an experience, then you will see the things from a totally different view. Okay. How does he sees the divine feminine? Tree of life, that she follows the tree of life, the circle of life, that she is doing the things that is really making her happy, and she knows that the circles are beginning and ending, and there is a situation of letting go, and a situation of coming together again, and that she is living her life through the medicine wheel, yeah, or the wheel of nature, you can also call it that. So that's how he sees the divine feminine, that she is every cycle that she makes an ending and a new start for herself. And in those endings and those new starts, he sees her growing and growing and growing. And every time he thinks like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with her. You know, I'm just 10 steps behind, and I need to race, you know. And then that competition aspect comes in, where the divine feminine says, you know, no, I'm not going in competition. You go in competition with me, I'm out. You are good as you are, you know. Don't go in competition with anyone, because you're only in competition with yourself. And that brings stress, and that brings pressure. And that's why they say, leave the burden, let the burden go, you know. What supports him? Yes, the lost cloak, go to your heart space. Don't go into competition. You need to do the work. You know, you're bypassing your spiritual life. Um, you know, and the sun won't shine if you don't do the shadow work. You know, the shadow work needs to be done. And if you don't do your shadow work, you can judge other people, but you know, it's all reflecting back to you, because it's eventually, if you're going to um, look deeper and look deeper into your stuff, you always find out that it's you and not somebody else, that the other person is just a trigger to for you to go deep and go deep within. And if you still blame the other person, you're still not evolved and you're still not doing your work. Okay, so letting the lost cloak, let go, dive deep, go within yourself, and then you will be supported, you know, and your heart will open, because that's what's needed. Divine masculine, opening his heart, opening his space, opening opening that heart space to let more love in. And it has to do, when you let more love in for other people, and don't be that critical, because that's all coming from your mind, because your heart is closed off, you know, then if you see bears on the road, you know, you will see them everywhere. You even see them under your bed, you know. But if you're coming from your heart space and you see everything with a loving heart, and in your heart space you know what's true or not, so then you can let go. You know, it's I don't owe you, you don't owe me, and you are free, and I am free, and I wish you well. So that's the only thing you can do. There is no blame in that energy, you know. You don't owe me anything, I don't owe you anything, you know. I let you go in peace, I am free, so are you. So, and then you balance out a karmic cycle of 18 years, or a karmic repetition that comes back in your life all the time. Yeah, clear it out. That will support him. Okay, and the heart will open more and more. Okay, how does he seize the relationship with the divine feminine? In union. Sorry, I still, every time I forget. They say in union. How does he see that when they are in union? One card, please, for divine masculine. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Wow, connected with source. He sees the divine feminine in union with him, that they're both connected with source, that they both get the energies channeled from creation, and you can create everything what you want in that relationship. You know, you can create everything because there is freedom, there's trust, there's love, there's understanding, there's harmony, there's laughter. It has it all, and there is this spiritual connection between your both. You know, that is living in your mind. You know, it's not just a thought form. No, that source, that creation is really living in your mind, There is nothing else you're thinking of. So that it's really amazing, because when you're together, you know, you can create that whole environment, everything what you want, because you're both connected. The divine masculine is different connected than the divine feminine, but because the energies are so immersed in the system, there is nothing that holds you back of creating what you really want to create. Okay? And it's really amazing, it's really beautiful. So yeah, that's how he sees the union with the divine feminine. You know, that everything happens when you let go. You know, you see the evolvement of the divine feminine. You see the connection she has with source. You see her beauty. You know, you see her finally. I hear finally. Always when you let go, then you start to see what you never saw before. And that's the weird part of the divine feminine. She saw always the light within the masculine. She saw always who he was, because that creator is in her thoughts, living in her mind, you know, 24 hours a day. So she sees that light, while the divine masculine can't see that when he's not connected. So, and divine feminine also sees when the divine masculine is connected. You know, he is more soft, less judgmental, less avoidant, because he can stand in that divine creation of source and be who he is, and don't have to hide, because he's afraid of her light, that she would see everything. So that's really, really amazing. And in union, now when the things are balanced out, you know, the divine masculine grow, the divine feminine grow, and now there is more balance, you know, there is much more maturity, I hear. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful how he sees this relationship that is created by source. It's you know, source is creating it, you know, because we don't have the control. Source has control, and yes, we want to believe that we have the control, but we don't. So yeah, it's really beautiful, and it really activated his third eye, you know. Could be that he had headaches, or and that was just the beginning of the third eye opening. Beautiful. So let's see what's going on with the divine feminine. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. I'm really so proud of the divine masculine, of everything that he went through, and finally that eye opened. He had a really eye opener, I hear. It was really an eye opener for him. Okay, what is in the mind space of the divine feminine? What is in the mind space of the divine feminine? One card, please. Yes, thank you. The Well of Dreams in her mind space. So there could be that she has dreams, and that she, or not, that is also possible, that finally, because of diving deep in their emotions, going and work through her stuff, that finally she sees the light, and that she's, because of that light that comes out after darkness, she can create her dreams again. So it could be that there was a lot of darkness around her, and it's almost for all the spiritual women and men actually, who were under attack but were not strong enough to handle the darkness. And I see that the Divine Feminine worked on that, and that she's not afraid to dive into the darkness anymore, not afraid to go in to do her shadow work, and to work it through, and to go there and shine that light on it. Because when you shine your light on the darkness, it will fade. It will fade away. So that's really very important and very beautiful to see how the Divine Feminine is making new dreams, thought about things, what needed to be different in her life, and ask permission to the universe, you know, if they can provide it for her. And she had the answer from the universe. First, you have to dive deep, because you need to transform. There needs another transformation coming up for you to be able to take the next step in that action towards what your dreams are heading for you. Because you have new dreams, but you need to be able to sustain it and to walk through it. Because the next level you're hitting needs all your energy, needs all your trust, needs all your confidence to make a next level and to walk that path again. So yeah, Divine Feminine needs to work on that. And there are a lot of things happening in her sleep, a lot of things coming in to tell her, to give her messages, to, you know, when the dark is attacking the light, you know, it will make everything gray. And when it's gray, you can't trust anything around you. So you need to go through that and persevere, that what you feel and what you trust is real. So yeah, it was an interesting year for the Divine Feminine, and she knows that in her mind space, that all her dreams will come true, that all her dreams will be activated again. But she had to go through a dark space, she you know, and because she was protecting herself too much, you know, she was too much in the protection of maybe protecting her children, maybe protecting the relationship, maybe protecting her mother, whatever it is, she was protecting, and she made a shield around herself that was not to penetrate. And when she came out, She was like the turtle, snappy, you know, that's it, snap. And that's also a beautiful one, because thank you guys what's coming in now. Even if you're in as a feminine in a menopause, or you have your moon circle, your moon cycle, and you're going through hormonal imbalances, and it affects your mood. Know one thing: you are the one that needs to deal with that. You know, you need to be the one that balancing it out, because that's taking responsibility and awareness. Because most of us, we know we're going through those phases, and we can't help those emotions. And it's really important that we are aware, and that we say, okay, you know, this time of the month is coming up, I need some extra support. If it's Bach remedies, or if it's homeopathy, you know, that is needed, or it's something else that you need in your life, that you need to deal with that, because the influence it has on your family, on your partners, on everybody around you, that is a huge thing in life. Why sometimes it's so hard for feminine and masculine to deal with this, with this emotional shift, with those mood swings. So this is this one. And they say, the universe says, you know, the sooner you know it, go and work with it. If you feel that as a feminine, you know your cycle, so you feel it coming in, with menopause exactly the same thing, you know, otherwise you keep on snapping, because you can't control that mood. You can't control that mood. It's hormonal. And when things are hormonal out of balance, you know, hormones control your system. So you need to be aware that you are the one that takes accountability for that happiness, you know, for that energy. And if you don't want to deal with it on an alternative way, then it's better to lock yourself up for the upcoming 7 days, okay? Or 14 days, because it starts already after 14 days. You go 14 days up and 14 days off. So actually, that's why they call women unpredictable creatures, right? In the heart space, she knows that she's the phoenix, that she is rising again, that she feels she's getting stronger, that she will survive this, that she is rising, and her heart will be more open than anything else in her life, and that she will survive. I see her, she's not looking back, but the joy is there, the fire, the passion, the harmony, the laughter, it's all there. It's all at the rising, I hear. It's all at the rising. So you can look forward, Divine Feminine, towards a huge transformation in your heart space. Because you dropped so much shadow sides, you dropped so much old stuff that needed to be to let go in your life, that now, you know, creativity is there. I feel just the stream of creativity for the Divine Feminine, and out of that creativity comes abundance. So the times that you could create and create and create and receive and receive and receive is coming up again. So don't worry about anything as long as you deal with your vibration, as long as you keep your vibration up and move with that vibration and keep that up. Don't concentrate too much on the darkness, because you know, we just penetrate our light, we just shine our light on it and it penetrates the dark, because we are now at a space that we are so strong and so evolved because of all the upgrades we got through all these years, that even if the devil was in front of you, you know, you wouldn't even blink. You just would say light, you know, light. And you know what your battle is, and you know what somebody else's battle is, also in the energetic level. So if somebody else is going through a dark night of the soul, you know that they have to deal with it, because otherwise they won't learn anything. So that's for the Divine Feminine, that her heart is opening, she's full of fire, she is illuminated. And it could be that a lot of, I hear 3 times 3, 9 times, so it could be 9 months she did the work. She did the work for 9 full months, constantly. And that is giving her that huge transformation. Leveling up, doing the grit work, opening portals, working with new temples, etheric temples, earthly temples. And she's moving through energetically through it. So she's weaving and doing her work. Even at night, you know. Wow, beautiful. Chapeau, Divine Feminine, you know, moving through the darkness and rising like the phoenix, and shine like a star. That's it, you know. And it's all of letting go. Every time you let go, you grow. Oh, that's a beautiful one, guys. Every time you let go, you grow. Because it does mean that you're not attached to anything in your life anymore. That you can feel love for someone and have that unconditional love, but then also be able to let it go, because love has no time, has no separation, has no, you know, it's an energy you can tap into every minute of the day. Oh, hi, Anita. Now I see. Okay. Yeah. So, there are new things coming your way. And it could be that that Divine Feminine is going to travel more, is going do more grit work, I hear. Everything is coming to light. Everything what they said, what they saw, what they... Finally, it's happening. Finally, it's happening. And I miss you too, sweetie. And finally, it's happening because now everything comes out in the open, and everybody in the beginning, when we said the conversations about child trafficking, about the underworld, about the dumpsters, about everything, and everything, everybody thought, oh, they're loony here. Everything came out. And that is the connection with Source that lets you see through the veils what's really going on in this world and how evil people can be, especially when you're going higher and higher and higher in the business, when you're coming in corporations, when you almost at the top or at the top, that everybody is abusing the divine feminine, abusing the feminine instead of protecting them, using children for their own purposes. If you don't want to do what they say, they will sabotage your work, they will degrade you, they have scandals on you. It's all coming out in the open. And we are not the crazy ones. The crazy ones are the ones that are the abusers. Okay. What does the divine feminine sees about the divine masculine? That he needs rest. He needs to cuddle up with his dragon. He needs to recuperate, that she sees that he needs that rest, that there are things going on that's even more difficult than anything else he's dealing with, because there is so much going on. And when I hear when the divine masculine lets go, and let go of the burden, then finally he thinks he can be active and do things for himself. But actually he's so drained that he needs to upgrade and needs rest for himself. So restore. Take time to restore. Go connect with Mother Nature, go within and let yourself be protected, okay? Okay, what will support the divine feminine? What will support the divine feminine? Earth and air. Wow. She's an angel. I wanted to say an earth angel. She's an angel and connecting with the air. This earth, air and earth. Earth and air, earth and air. That means that she works with the weather shamanism, that she works with the energies from above, communicating with the elements and turning the elements around. So it's almost, divine feminine has so much power and knowledge about how to communicate with the weather spirits. So she can activate and she can deactivate. She can make it stronger and she can make it less. And that goes in communication with the spirits. So if the dark side is saying, okay, we need an earthquake or we need a flood to transform everything what's going on in this world in certain places, then the feminine can work with that. You know, she can say, okay, she can negotiate with those elements to make it less or make it stronger. So, and she used both, that it's connected with the air and it's connected with the earth. She brings it from above to below and vice versa. So there is so much, and and I hear she flies so high that it's really incredible what is happening with her. And the universe Galactic Federation says, okay, this is where you came for. This is where you came for. And this is why we send you down to Earth, to change things, to make it smoother, to make it easier, instead of creating more havoc. So that's really amazing. So that is supporting the Divine Feminine, being in connection with the air and the earth, and being that ambassador for those energies and the higher frequencies and the Galactic Federation and the planetary beings and the star beings. So know that you're going to a totally different level, Divine Feminine, and that you get new upgrades. Okay? Wow, how does the Divine Feminine sees the relationship in union with the Divine Masculine? And in meditation, I saw a lot of joy with the Divine Feminine. One card, please, for the Divine Feminine. Maybe I have to shuffle another way around, yeah. Yeah. Here, dance, joy, know yourself. What is it? Yeah, know yourself. Dance, joy, know yourself, know who you are, that you are the Divine Feminine, that you have that power. Never let anyone dim your light, and move on, you know? You know who you are. So what other people think of you is not your concern, because you know who you are. You know that you have that good heart. You know that you're beautiful. You know that you create amazing things, not only for yourself, but for the whole world around you. That you were part of that. And because of that, you know also exactly what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life, what you attract in your life. You know, if I'm going to talk into the terms of reptilians or draconians, for instance, if I'm seeing a draconian and I hesitate, you know, and I know already what's coming later behind it, from it. You know, I was warned already. So don't be surprised that if you shine your light on it, and you shine that whole darkness back, that there will be an implosion over there. You know, so we can work with so many energies. We don't have to be afraid of the reptilians, because we have the tool now that we can move them out of our systems. So as you know who you are, that you are light, that you're supported by the highest frequencies of the universe, that you're protected by the Galactic Federation and other beings that are there, that are monitoring this earth, and it's not about getting rid of the darkness, you know, or fighting the darkness, but it's to balancing it out and give them a chance, you know, to make a choice, you know, or you will be fried by light, or you have a free will to leave this planet. So most of the times they make the choice to leave this planet because there's too much light around them and they can't handle that light, you know. They want to crawl under a stone if it's possible, or dive deep into the earth, you know. But even with our crystals, with our activations, with us being portals, we shining that light through us into the earth, and that earth take that frequency. And when that frequency becomes higher and higher, you know, the underworld will feel it, and they want to flee. They just want to flee, and that's what I see in every time if I ask ask for permission to do the work, then I see what's happening underneath the earth, and that Mother Earth is starting to shake and and start to shake the earth with earthquakes, and that the rain is falling to flood all those dumps and all those holes and all those gates, you know. And it's incredible what's going on, and we don't have this knowledge, no clue. The normal people has no clue what's going on. So that's why the big awakening is coming now, that they start to know, well, how much they exploit children and women and children. Also men get exploited, and if you don't do what they say, you know, they just take you out. And that's the whole thing of the elite. It's the whole thing of the New World Order. This is the whole 2030 program. So be aware and know where you put your finger and you're writing in, you know. When you sign a contract. If you go voting, yeah, you sign a contract with those people. So don't vote, because you give away your power. Instead, you're giving them the power to do whatever they want over you. So stay sovereign, stay in your center, in your truth, and you don't need to vote. And if everybody would do that, yeah, you know, then it would be a totally different ball game, because they have no power over you. Okay, well, this was a huge channeling, guys. Thank you so much. I have no clue where it's coming from, but I know it's coming from the Galactic Federation, that's for sure, because they need to know that this is going out. Yeah, okay. So, know yourself when you're stepping in that relationship with the Divine Masculine. Know who you are, you know. And if the Divine Masculine tries to dim your light, try to pull you down, know who you are. And they have no clue. If they do it, they have no clue. If they try to demeanor you, you know, get them out of the way, you know. Don't even give them the energy that they want for you. because they want or the positive energy from you, or they want the attention, or they want the negative attention. Doesn't matter what, how they play it out, but know who you are, okay? So let's see a card for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. I hope you all can follow this, because this is going really, really into a level of frequency that almost not all people can understand this. It's going for a totally different frequency. And only the people that work with that energy will probably understand what I'm talking about. Let's get the portal cards, the gateway of light activations from Kyle Gray. I really love those cards. So card for the Divine Feminine and for the Divine Masculine, and what has the universe to say? Thoth light codes. Light activation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. Oh my gosh. This is for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. That's what the universe is saying, you know. Light activation, initiation, great teacher, awakening. So that's exactly what I did today. And there's divine magic at play here. So everything we did, all the activations, all the downloads, all the work we did from the last years, now we're really going to see what's coming up, and it's not pretty, and you will be stunned what's coming up. You know, it's just everything will be balanced out. So let's see what the card is for the Divine Masculine. And I think that I have a feeling that the Divine Masculine had to let go of everything what he believed is, what he believed in was an illusion, was not true. And he still tried to explain it on a scientific way, and see how good it all is, what all happens. And it's just and still believe in what they show them. So there is a bigger awakening necessary now for the Divine Masculine, to totally let go of everything he believed in that was true, because it's all false. So, and they feel it. The Divine Masculine feels it in his core. So, for the Divine Masculine, go to your sacred inner space. The letters are so small that I can't even read it anymore. Need other glasses. That's much better. Sacred inner space. Go to your sacral chakra. Do the trauma work. Activate your tenderness and your sensuality. So that's for the Divine Masculine, because there's still some trauma on the sacral chakra. And it could be that there is something about abuse, something about sexuality, not feeling good enough. You need to be more tender, more caring, more loving, and sensual activations. So that's what is really needed for the divine masculine. And that has to do with doing the work maybe on sexual energies. And then they say this has to do with porn. This has to do with letting go of the addiction of porn, the addiction of glorifying the feminine body, and going for that narrow-minded energy. So because there's nothing sacred about it. There's nothing sacred about it. And when you still go in that energy, you need to be careful. You need to be careful, because that's the dark. That's the dark side that tries to trick you in deeper and deeper and deeper. It's a habit you can't get rid of, I hear. And from one thing, another thing goes, and another thing goes. And it can get you so deep into it that there will be no woman in your life that will ever be ever satisfied you, because and the other way around, because you just letting go in 2-3 seconds. You know, this has to do with trauma. Yeah, really, really big trauma. And it's not just a trauma for the men, it's also for the women, because there is a huge thing going on that women and children and feminine be portrayed a kind of way that that sex needs to be, or intimacy needs to be like that. And that's not intimacy. It's just gratification of the flesh. There's nothing sacred about it. So if the men are starting to make the shift in that environment, then the tenderness and the heart space comes in, and then the real connection and real love making is available there. And then you don't even know what hit you. For the divine feminine, memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Wow, that's really beautiful. It's remembering Atlantis, a memory, and that you get spiritual activated and accelerated to do the work. There's huge progress going on, not only in the spiritual world, but also in the technology that will be used by spirituality. So the spirituality and the technology will start working together, or diminish or slow it down. So that's a few things that can happen at that moment, because the divine feminine knows the power that she has, and she has the key to that technology. She has the key to access it, and she has also the key how to slow it down. You know, to slow that process down, because they want to push through all these AI, and it's already there in the open, and they want to push the robots through, but through Atlantis and the energy of Atlantis, we can shift that process. uh, in a more harmonious way. So it will be better for all sides to use that. Well, it's really beautiful, really beautiful. It's the light city activation, and you're going back to the light city. So also the energy of the light city that they want to make of Europe is stolen again from Atlantis, is stolen again from Lemuria. So they try to use the words and the frames to integrate people, to let them believe it's all spiritual and all beautiful, and you have no clue what's coming behind it. And if you can see it, and you can see behind it what the main goal is, it's easier to underground transport all kinds of things. Women and children, boys, girls, everything, within an array, and you will never know where they are. And that's what's happening now, only it's coming to light. So there needs to be another program coming in to make it even easier for them to do the things that they want to do. You know, and as light workers, we're just balancing it out. We don't need to get rid of it. We don't have to do it. We just have to let it go to the light, so more people will be aware of it and will open their eyes and say, wow, things really need to change. By the way, don't vote for the farmers, because that's all a setup. They be paid by Israel. The whole thing is a setup. So when the farmers would come, the farmers' party would be ruled, then everything will be the same. But you gave your consent, and you gave more people consent to work with those energies. And then you're trapped. Then you're signing your own death row. That's it. Okay, well, I'm done with this. I'm done with that energy, because I feel that it's changing the vibration. Let's go back to the twin flames. And that's the work of the twin flames. That's the work of the twin flames. Because the twin flames are so connected with each other that they know and they want to change that energy. They want to change that world. That's the twin flame journey, you know. For the masculine, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your own reality by what you think, dream and imagine. So, what you think about someone else is how you think about yourself. So, it's not the reaction of someone else. So forgive yourself for putting your energy in a reality that is not real. You know, it's only your creation. It's only your mind that creates it. So forgive yourself. Divine Feminine, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it's truly sacred. And that's really a beautiful message for the Divine Feminine. Honor and treasure your relationship, because it's truly sacred. Okay. Well, divine feminine, divine masculines, twin flames, soulmates. I hope this reading comes out, and let me know your comments in the description box below if you could follow it, if it's opening your mind, if you resonate with it. If you don't resonate with it, well, just let it go, because you never know. You come back next year and you say, oh wow, I totally understand. Okay, so all the love, all the blessings. See you next year, and next week, with the divine masculine reading. I'm having a discount on online readings at the moment. So instead of a twin flame reading, instead of 111 online, it's £88. So if you are open for a new reading and want to know where you're heading, what your next step is during your transformation, and what kind of work you need to do for the collective, let me know, and I will see you later. Bye bye.